for the record. I know what you're supposed to do for black bears. I have no idea what you're supposed to do for a cow.
It is another moving day for us.
And we're going oh so far.
Yeah, we're going like
20 miles, I think.
20 miles or a little more once we get off the dirt road that we're on. Yeah, and it's a BLM campground, so it's as of right now, it's $10 a night. And
this technically is not BLM. This is Wyoming Fish and Game, so we can go interagency within 20 miles.
Yeah, and you can stay 14 days at the BLM campground. In fact, they had a dispersed BLM camping spot across the street that we checked out, but the roads were not very good. They didn't have many spots.
For those of you who saw that, a little stingy thing, a little tiny one landed on her hand, so...
all my muscles twitched up, you know.
All right, y'all, what I'm doing now is I'm going to remove the little pieces of foam that I put in under the bedroom slide to try at least to keep the horseflies from coming in. So as soon as I remove them, I'm going to bang on the slide and she's going to bring it in. Here's one. Here's two. Oh, she was ready, y'all.
All right, y'all, we're fixing to head out, but one of the things we like to do is make sure the windshield's nice and clean so we can get good video footage for y'all. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go. Let's get it.
All right, y'all, let's go to the back where the bugs are. All right, y'all, I was gonna call and line Matthew up with it, and he stopped. He knew where to stop. So this is the Warren Bridge Campground. If you don't wind up staying here, then you pay $5 for it. But since we're gonna be staying, you don't have to pay $5. And after this, we're gonna go find us a site, right?
Yay.
All right, y'all, we're here at Warren Bridge. We're fixing to hook up. See, they have these, we're fixing to get water. They have these little water faucets all around, and Matthew's hooking up our filter right now. We're not unhooked yet because we want to make sure our hose fits while we fill the tank up, but we're going to take this site right here, right? Site 10. So now we're going to go get our hose. Leave a comment below. Will it take us 25 feet of water hose or 50 feet? Wait, it's got a knot in it, Matthew. Alright, y'all, did y'all leave your comment below? We wound up needing 50. Hey, y'all, we're at the Warren Bridge Campground, and it's $10 per site unless you have one of the golden passes. And you just fill out this envelope that Matthew's putting in there. See, they have them there, and you fill out the front and the back, and you tear off the back, and it's a receipt that you put on your post, which we'll show you when we get there. And they do take checks, and they tell you on the envelope who to make the check out to. And they have a little clippy thing on it, and just clip it right on there. All right, y'all, we're fixing to go do something exciting. For the first time as RVers, we're going to a laundromat that is not attached to an RV park.
That's right.
This is our first time going from boondocking site to boondocking. Now, I know we're technically in a campground, but it's dry camping, so it's our first time to dry camp or boondock for 4 weeks in a row. So that's why we're going to a laundromat, because we don't have hookups. All right, y'all, we're at the Rocky Mountain Car Wash Laundromat, and they have bays to wash your trucks. That's 11-foot clearance, but look over there, it's a 14-foot clearance bay that you could what?
Wash your RV.
That's awesome. And
any RV.
And they also have a dump station over here. I'll show y'all.
All right, here's the dump station. $15 for dumping, and then You can fill your RV with water, payment options there. They have more than one payment option. And if you really want to get wet, you can just dump it all on top.
$20 for 1,000 gallons. So basically,
So if your RV holds more than 1,000 gallons, I guess you're screwed.
does that mean you have to pay $20 for 60 gallons too?
Look, or for a 2-inch connection like ours, I guess,
Oh.
13 for the first 500 gallons, but that's still pretty pricey. And this is the laundromat, same parking lot as a car wash. In fact, the laundromat has a small car wash.
This is our first car wash that we've seen have an RV bay.
Exactly.
Alright y'all, so we made an oopsie at the laundry room, and Matthew figured it out, which I wish he wouldn't have told me, and then I wouldn't feel so bad.
So we went in there and we saw this row of washers, and the first 2 washers were like, what, $5 each? And the next ones were $4 each, and we thought, that's a deal. So we used them. And then later on, while we're waiting for them to finish, I look across the aisle, and how much do you think those were? $1.75. Oops. You
Yeah.
know, we've never used a laundry, well, we used to use laundromats all the time back decades ago, but now, since we've been RVing, we've only used one, and that was in a campground, so there was no choice.
Right, so yeah, we made a big costly mistake, but we're learning as we use laundromats more, and we're only going to use them when we boondock back to back to back, so. Alright y'all, I'm going to give you a site tour of our site here at Warren Bridge Campground in Pinedale, Wyoming. They also refer to it as Daniel, Wyoming. You get a picnic table, a huge picnic table, which Matthew hasn't set up our patio yet, but we're going to set up our Blackstone and chairs and stuff, and hopefully the picnic table cover will fit on the picnic table. But then they give you a fire ring. Look how nice that looks, y'all. And then a charcoal grill. So if you don't have a grill, they provide you one. And then they have a dumpster right there that you can dump your trash in. I think they put a trash can for every 2 sites, and then they have a big dumpster over there where the camp host is, and then there's a water spigot, and they have those throughout the campground too. So we just pulled up far enough to fill our tank, but now if we need to fill it again, we'll probably just fill up our water cans. So here's the site. We're in site number 10, and they also have vault toilets over there. Again, the truck's 21 feet, our RV's 36 feet, so we pulled in, and then Matthew just angled it so the back of the RV is facing south for our solar panels. Hey y'all, Matthew's putting my walking stick in the truck, and I think we're gonna go north of Cora, Wyoming, where there is gonna be an awesome lake trail, and that might just be the only trail we do today, or we might get adventurous and do another one.
You never know.
Alright y'all, we are fixing to start some lake trail. I don't know the name. What's the name of it?
New Fork Lake Trail.
Y'all, I love these aspen trees. They're so pretty.
Yeah, they are. And what's the difference between birch and aspen?
I think the only reason I think this is aspen is because I think I've read that.
Alright y'all, the trail has hit a bit of a muddy patch. So let's see how she gets by.
The trail had an explosion, y'all. That's just all there is to it. Oh, this is a pretty grippy rock. And that's how you do it. Yay.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Now you have to walk on the log.
I don't want to walk on the log.
You don't have a choice. Alright, y'all. We know from several of the wonderful people in our awesome BDR community that y'all like to see epic views. And you kind of like to see the nice things that we get to do, the fun things that we get to do. Kind of like you're going along with us. So we're going to bring you all along with us for this part of the trail. Look at this. Now we've only gained so far, I think, around 200 feet of elevation. I don't remember what All Trails told me. Not very much elevation gain, but look at this. You got a big ridge up here, and then it looks kind of scary on video, but it's not 100% downhill. I mean, if you did take a side step and you fell off, you could reach out and grab something. There's lots of sagebrush here. It's not as scary as it might look.
And that water is like an emerald blue. It's so pretty, kind of like something you'd find in Destin, Florida.
Yeah, it is kind of.
Florida beaches. It doesn't have the white sand of the Florida beaches, but it's still got, you can see some sand down there.
Yeah, it does kind of have some blue and some green in it. Yeah, very pretty.
Yeah.
All right, back to the trail. If you're going on a hiking trail, make sure that you have good boots, good hiking boots. That means it's extremely comfortable around your feet. You do not have any movement inside the shoe because that'll give you a blister. And make sure you have good grip on the bottom. Don't go for fancy, go for function. Hiking is not about looking good, it's about being safe. Though my hiking partner always looks good while she's hiking.
All about style and comfort.
So I guess you can do what you like, but just make sure your boots fit you well.
Did you see how I said style is first?
Uh-huh.
And comfort.
As long as your style keeps you safe, it's okay. Now we do have a plan, and we're not going to point that out until we actually get there. And we're going to make you guess. So you're going to have to work. What, you thought you could just come along for the ride and not do anything? Nope, you got work to do. I'll show you when we get to it. All right, y'all, it's windy. Hopefully you can hear us. Look at this. I mean, my goodness, have you ever seen anything like this before? It seems like we're always saying that in Wyoming. That's where we came from. That's where the lake is, down there. This is where we're headed.
Y'all, it's like every few feet, the scenery changes. It's so pretty. There's a little creek right there. Just imagine what this looked like before all the trees were dead. I'm not sure what happened to the trees, but it was probably just this greenery everywhere. And like Matthew was saying, it's probably pretty in the winter. It's probably like a postcard.
Oh yeah, but y'all, this is just God's untouched handiwork. Now there are some moose down there minding their own business around the stream. I can't imagine a better life for a cow.
Yeah.
Except for maybe on my lunch plate. I'm just kidding. If you're thinking about traveling, I don't know what your likes are and dislikes are. You might not like anything like this, but if you're anything like us, consider Wyoming. Not sponsored, not paid to say it, don't earn a penny, not even a half a penny. I'm just telling you, if you like natural beauty, and it's not just Yellowstone. Sean, are we in Yellowstone?
Nope.
We're not in Yellowstone. Are we in the Tetons?
Nope.
We're in the Bridger National Forest.
That is a little north of Pinedale. I think it might even be in the core Wyoming area, a little north of Daniel. I mean, this is like an hour to an hour and a half maybe from Jackson Hole. So.
And look, y'all, I mean, we have seen several people on the trail. We're fond of telling you when there's nobody on the trail but us. This is not one of those cases. There have been several people on the trail, but just here and there.
I think we've passed maybe three or
three
four
groups.
Different groups, and that's it. But the parking lot was really full, but we didn't. That's all we've seen on the trail. So and there's some hikers right there. But we have been in Wyoming since the middle of June, and it's just amazing.
That'd be 3 months if you're counting.
On a side note, on our last trail, we got drenched. We were drenched rats, and we had raincoats.
These things.
And they were not waterproof. I don't even know if they're water resistant. We just got soaked. It was just like a soaked piece of material. So we're on the lookout for new rain jackets.
And we want it to be thin, like these. It needs to be able to be so we can scrunch them up and hang them off the backpack. And not the, you know, the old-fashioned big rubber, plastic, whatever, yellow ones. No, not them. Really thin material so you can scrunch it up and really abuse it, and it's waterproof. Do you all know of anything like that?
Yeah, let me give y'all a view again. Turn around. These are so thin. In fact, I got mine off of Amazon, and it said, you can turn around again, and it said waterproof. Yeah.
Nope.
So...
We want a sure thing this time.
Yeah, so leave us a comment and let us know what y'all have.
Yep, that would really help us out.
Yes.
All right, y'all. We found our Rocky Mountain paradise here. And look. Now, this is a new porcupine trail that we're on. But what they don't tell you is you can either go that way, up that hill, or you can go this way, up this hill. So we can go to the left, or we can go to the right. Which way do you think we're gonna go?
Stop the video and leave us a comment. Are we going right or are we going left?
Yep. We're not gonna tell you until we start off on the trail. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. We did go to the right, but since we are not a horse and we don't feel like wading through that mud, time to go left. Let's backtrack. All right, y'all. We went to the right and you saw the mud. We went to the left, and after you get past this turn right here, the trail just kind of disappears. I mean, it's not on all trails. It's just kind of a trail that's there. So we could take it. We are very adventurous people, but look what's straight ahead of us. I mean, come on. You can't tell me that this isn't worth seeing. So here's where we're going. Choice C.
This is my first choice.
Yep, Sean wins. Kind of hard to go against the navigator.
All right, y'all. Another amazing view. You walk through the forest and then pow, bow, bam.
Hello.
Awesome.
Hello.
Is there a cow up there?
Or a bear.
I hear something grunting up there in the trees, y'all.
Well, let's go. Whatever it is, let's leave it alone.
All right, y'all. This is the end of the trail. Not because we don't want to cross the creek, it's because Matthew wants to leave.
I don't want to leave. Let me set the record straight. We've gone 3.5 miles. We got 3.5 miles left to go on the way back. 7-mile trail. That's nothing for us anymore. We've done 10.5. But we want to spend time at the beach. And we got to go grocery shopping at the world's most expensive grocery store.
Oh, yeah. So anyways, the trail keeps going. And then look at this mountain waterfall. Like the water's rushing down the mountain. And it's just, I love the sound of rushing water.
If you could do something that looks like I imagine Yellowstone would look without the hordes of people, wouldn't you do it?
Oh yeah, let me show you. I forgot. Keep going. Hold on, hold on. La. You know, there's so much to explore beyond this little stream right here, y'all. All right, we gotta head back.
Thank God for RV life. Without it, we would never, and I mean never, in the course and path that we were on, be able to do this. We wouldn't even know this was here.
Right.
We knew of Wyoming, but we never knew all this was here. This is what's behind us. Isn't this just amazing, y'all? All right, I gotta turn around because we have stuff to do. All right, y'all, we're having a stare down contest with a cow. We're trying not to stare at them because maybe then they'll just leave. I mean, isn't that rude when a big hamburger gets in the way of your trail? Come on. All right, y'all, how do you make a cow move? I mean, they're not scary, and I'm not scared, but it's still a big, heavy animal, so you don't want to make it angry. It's not a bull. All right, hamburger number 1 and hamburger number 2 just left. Let's start to head over that direction and see what happens. Have you ever seen a cow ninja? We had a stare down with hamburger and we won.
You say hamburger, some people might say steak.
All right, we had a stare down with a T-bone and we won. Yay, big accomplishment.
All right, y'all, here's Matthew. He's gonna touch the water. Let us know how cold it is.
It's cool. It's not Arctic cold.
Can y'all believe, again, I know I've said it, but you can have the beach, and there goes my hat. Don't film that.
Real life, yo.
That was horrible. Like, I like to keep my, anyways. Can y'all believe that y'all can have the beach and the mountains in the same place? And it's Wyoming.
There's the water. Here's the beach. And there's the mountains. And there's the cows.
Yeah, how many of y'all have seen cows on a beach?
Hamburger patties on the trail again. You see them? They're just chewing their grass and staring at us. If any of y'all know how to get cows off the trail, that would be helpful. We're not scared of them, but they do weigh a lot and we don't want to spook them. So, you know, we're a little green on this. So give us in the comments below some advice. You belong on a bun with ketchup. I suppose dirty talking doesn't get them to go. What in the world do you do to get rid of big, dumb, lazy cows? You sure couldn't camp around here because you might end up with one of these big things sitting on you.
Alright, we finished the trail. What'd you think of it?
It was one of my favorite trails I've ever done, hands down. And I wish we could go several more miles.
I don't know if y'all saw it, but we got past the cows. Some more people were coming the other way, and apparently the cows didn't like them, but they liked us.
Yeah, they're just staring at us, which is kind of rude.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of this trail?
I really liked it. I'd like to come back next weekend and go a little longer. So we did notice that a lot of people do multi-day hikes off of this trail too.
Oh, the places you could go and the things you would see is amazing. This is just epic beyond belief.